Welcome back to Eyes on God. Today, my brothers and sisters, we're going to be talking about trusting God in uncertain times. Life can be real uncertain. Maybe you're facing a storm right now. You're having financial troubles. Your health isn't the best. Your relationship is falling apart. You're an emotional wreck, or you're just feeling lost about the future. But here's what God says in Psalms 56:3: What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. This isn't just a nice verse, it's truly a life strategy. When fear rises, trusting God must rise higher. Today, we're going to be breaking down what it really means to trust God in uncertain times, and I'll show you how people in the Bible did it and saw God move. Let's go ahead and break down Psalm 56:3. What time I am afraid. God isn't saying you'll never feel fear. The truth is, we all have moments of fear, doubt, and uncertainty. But here's the key: fear is not the final destination. I will trust in thee. David is saying, whenever fear comes, my response is trust. It's a choice. You may not feel like trusting, but you can decide to trust God anyway. Truth isn't about knowing the future, it's about knowing who holds your future. Here are some biblical examples of trusting God in uncertainty. David running from Saul. This is out of the book of First Samuel. Imagine this. David was anointed to be king, but instead of stepping into the throne, he's running from his life from King Saul. He had every reason to doubt, to question, to fear. But in his darkest moments, what did David do? He wrote Psalms 56:3. Trust isn't about seeing the answer, it's about knowing God is still working even when you can't see the way forward. Another example is Peter walking on the water. Peter trusted Jesus enough to step out of the boat, but the moment he focused on the storm instead of Jesus, he started sinking. And what happened next? Jesus immediately reached out and caught him. Even if your faith wavers, God's grip never does. Trust isn't about being perfect, it's about keeping your eyes on the one who never fails. Let's talk about Abraham waiting for his promise. This is coming out of Genesis. God told Abraham he would be the father of many nations, but years passed without a child. He and Sarah got older and older, and it seemed impossible. But did God lie? No, sir. At the right time, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, the promised son. Just because you don't see it yet does not mean God ain't working. Trust means believing even when timing doesn't make sense. Here are some ways that we can trust God in uncertain times. By one, surrendering control. You don't have to figure it all out. Let God lead the way. Two, speak faith, not fear. Instead of saying, I don't know what to do, say, God is in control and I trust Him. I don't know how He's going to do it and I don't know when He's going to do it, but I know He's going to do it. Three, pray and wait with expectation. God's timing is perfect. Even when it feels delayed, keep trusting Him. And the last thing is look back at what God has done. If He was faithful before, He's gonna be faithful again to you. What's an area of your life where you're choosing to trust God today? Until next time, let's keep our eyes on God.